fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
All right, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight, it's the Furniture Mart Weekly Series as we have the Super Lates tonight. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Baron Labosco. Baron, we're down at Langley Speedway tonight. A little bit of flat track action here for the Super Lates.
Yeah, welcome to bracketology, right? We're at Langley, and we got the Furniture Mart Super Series going on. And we're going to pick some winners tonight, Dean. I feel celebratory in the basketball season as it commences for college basketball. So we're going to pick our Final Four tonight. And then we're going to race here at Langley. Flat track, we saw some other leagues racing at Langley recently. Nice flat track. You can see these guys on the apron, Dean, down there on the bottom. There's all four tires on the apron. That'll be real cool tonight.
It will. I mean, this is one of those I like to call lower than low, right? You want to pass? You think you can pass high? No, sir. Let's go lower than low and put all four down there. See if we can happen. So 150 laps here in the Hampton 150. Now it's pitting and strategy. How much is that going to come into play here tonight, Baron?
Well, tonight, Dean, it's in the driver's hands. Pitting and strategy, of course, is going to matter, but I think as long as you maintain a consistent pit strategy, I think it's going to help you. It could hurt you, but really tonight's in the driver's hands. I talked about a little bit these flat tracks, right? These guys are going to be down on the apron. Some guys are going to put their left sides on the apron. Some guys will have their right sides up on the track, and it'll help that car rotate. The guy who's done some practice and actually knows where this car is best handling for him in this super late model, that guy's going to be fast way around.
You know, and someone mentioned today, Baron, they should call this series the Austin Cole series because we got a bunch of Cole last names and we got a bunch of Austin first names here, but they're different drivers.
Yeah, they sure are. So let's start with the Austins. Austin Miller in the 42, last week's winner, had a beautiful shootout between he and Dylan Connor. If you haven't seen that broadcast, go back and check out Wind Tunnel TV. That was a hell of a race, Dean. It was a real joy to call. But Dylan Connor and Austin Miller really put on a show for our fans on YouTube and on Facebook. And then we go back through the field, right? We got Austin Purnell, who was a part of that race last week. And there's another Austin, right? We have the Coles, Cole fight trifecta here with Adam, Brian, and Walker Cole. So lots of similarities, but very, very different drivers.
Absolutely, they are. And you can see in the super lates, it was Miller, Bryan, and Walker Cole grabbing the wins. We looking at the points of the super lates, and you got Bryan Cole leading, a slim margin to Walker Cole, Austin Miller, Austin Purnell, Colin J right in it. So really, 5, maybe 7 drivers, hell, maybe more than that, still in this thing, man.
Buddy's game right now, Dean. We're closing in on the end of a season here, so every point is going to count, especially when it's that tight of a battle up top.
Yeah, going to be a lot of fun here to see who does what and who can get it done. I mean, I look forward to this one. Right now, though, I'm going to ask everybody to rise to their feet, take off their hats, and enjoy the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
everybody lining up and ready to go for the Hampton 150 as we bring up tonight's starting grid, brought to you by k-t.org. Please go check them out. A great group, support some rare skin conditions, and they can use all the help they can get over there. Dylan Connor on the point. Miller is starting in second. It's going to be Kennedy and Russell in row 2. Dyer and Woods in row 3. Ebley and Olson. Cole, Ledbetter, Allen and Purnell. And there's a look at the entire field as we're about ready to go green flag racing here.
I can tell you, I got chills after the national anthem, Dean. We should be doing that every week, my friend. It makes me want to get up and do some racing tonight. Dylan Connor leads him to the green flag tonight. Dean, I am jacked up. Let's do this.
Absolutely, and we may bring that back. There's a little shout out there to Stephen Loomis, the late Stephen Loomis, a good friend, and he brought in the singer of that, and to my chagrin, I cannot remember her name, but I will get it out and I will plaster it out over the next few races. Excellent job singing that for us, and it certainly does pump you up. Here we go, Miller and Connor up front.
Green, green, green.
Green flag drops. Hell of a start by Connor again. It looks like he's done this before, Dean.
It looks like he has, and he bobbled a little bit. No surprise, Miller already down on the apron.
I expect these two to resume just where they left off last week, Dean. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, big battle last week. Miller pulling it out on the last lap there. Amazing job by Austin Miller. How about Colin J right in this thing?
I hear
I'm a little
somebody skidding
choked
in
up
the
after that
background.
national anthem.
Brad Ebley had a little trouble there as he's fallen all the way to the shotgun portion of the field in the 76 machine. I think he got a little loose and maybe hurt his chances here tonight as the leaders are crawling up on him already.
Yeah, Connor doing what Connor does, right? Connor will get out here, get himself a good lead. The only question will be is can he hang on? It's only lap 4 and he's setting a torrid pace. Miller in second, Kennedy. Caleb Dyer flashing out in second. We see that a lot from Dyer. And how about there's Jaden Russell back in 5th. Good to see him out here. And Zach Woods making a return here. Good to see Zach on the track.
Yeah, two drivers that we've kind of lost track of as they're running a part-time schedule with these boys here at Furniture Mart. But great to have them on the track. Quality race car drivers. We're really happy to have them.
As we experience a little technical difficulty there from the hotel room. Where are we at tonight, Baron?
I'm in the great city of Baltimore, Maryland.
Baltimore, Maryland. So is it a great city? Are you liking it there, Baron?
I have a beautiful hotel with a lousy internet connection.
Okay, well, you know, the best and the worst of what's going on right there.
Yep.
Good racing going on here. Good, tight start. Everybody right there. And this is kind of what you expect here, Baron. Flat track action, tough to pass.
And it's going to get even tougher as we get the heat cycle in these machines. So we saw some cars the other night at the same track do some highline passing. As we see right now, you know, Brian Cole squeeze underneath Jaden Russell. But tonight, as the heat cycles happen in these tires, I think it's going to get to be single file, Dean. So we'll see some guys hunt for some grip.
Yeah, we definitely will. Here comes Olson underneath of Russell, or Cole goes underneath of Russell. Olson goes underneath of Woods. My tongue goes underneath my lips.
Well, that's look, that's alcohol related, Dean, and I'm proud to know you.
All right, the 82 Richard Allen making some moves. So it's Woods really struggling. Now he's on that high side, and really you're going to struggle if you're on the high side, aren't you, Grant?
Yeah, these cars, you know, these super lates don't really care for the high side here at this track, so it's really a bottom feeder's track, and right now Zach Woods outside looking in.
Let's see, Dylan Connor, that was Austin Miller now, then Colin J and Caleb Dyer right there. A little ways back here to the 15 and Brian Cole. As you can see, we can't even see our leaders in the shot, so just barely there. We caught a little bit of Caleb Dyer.
Yeah, I think Brian's going to, you know, kind of come into that gap now that he's out of traffic. Right now, he's running with clean tracks. so he can use it all up as the car needs it.
Now Olson's taken to the high side, so he'll probably go to the back. He needs a home. It's like an orphan, Baron.
Yeah, so looking in, reindeer games keep on going. All he can do is kind of fall in the back and start that charge all over again. Oh, we got 2 cautions up here.
That looked like Richard Allen. It was Richard Allen.
Austin Burnell involved, yeah.
Let's get a look in on her. So they're almost 3 wide. A little contact there with the 11. Down into the corner. And wow, the 11 gives them no room. The 82 was under there, but not by much. Tough deal there.
Yeah. 2 guys fighting over real estate. Hard call there for the admins. That's, a couple guys on a 1-lane track trying to do the best they can.
Yeah, one guy will say you should have left. The other will say you should have gave me room. And the war might be on. Pit stops commencing. Colin J on pit road, along with Purnell, Adam Cole. You got Woods down here, and Richard Allen.
So we know these guys like to pit early,
Purnell.
Just flat missed it. So did Allen.
Wow.
So, we know these guys like to pit early. That's really, really early.
Whoa. Bless
Sorry.
you. A serious sneeze, and that hotel's got a little more than a bad internet connection, Baron.
Just on the wall.
I hope you're wearing slippers in the shower.
No, I'm going barefoot. Raw dog it, man.
No fear. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So Brad Ebley comes in here on the second lap. And it's probably not a bad idea because he was way behind. So, I talk a lot about Baron not coming in on the second lap. But if you're way behind like that on a short track, you'll go a lap down if you come in on the first lap. You got to catch up first.
You do, and he may have done that by design. So he's got an easy in, easy out situation. Maybe there's some damage he needed to fix, but who knows?
All right, so Connor, your early leader, lap 20 at 150, and I forgot to go back to live, I believe. Or did he say we're not going green? Perhaps we're
not going green. Yeah,
all right,
not
as my
going
ears not quite functioning there, I thought we were going green for a minute. See Bo Ledbetter out here, back in 6th. He's up 4 spots, right in front of him. On the outside of him, Walker Cole is up 8. You got Brian Cole's up 5. So a few good drivers on the move. Adam Cole's up 6. So the Cole trains are coming.
I kind of got a feeling we're going to see that 15 machine towards the front by the end of this.
Well, I mean, A to go to the limb there, Baron.
Yeah, the front. I meant,
The 15 always making his way up here in these races. But Connor and Miller are looking to say something about it, along with Dyer. Let's see, I imagine Dylan Connor, you watch him dart off here low and quick. He always does it. Here he does it again.
Nice jump there. Beautiful.
It's beautiful, but someone's got to time that. I mean, it's predictable at this point.
Yeah, it is. And on the one time he doesn't, right? He gets a black flag, so...
That's true. So Miller slides back to 4th here, but he does find a home, and that's the most important part of this.
Yep, finding a hole is always important, especially to young men like these.
Absolutely. You don't like them to struggle into their 20s there, and it changes their very essence of who they are.
That it does. Next thing you know, they're racing iRacing at 50. Maybe just to get away.
Can't watch porn all day, man.
Why not?
I don't have an answer for that.
You got to start in the morning.
Dylan Connor out front. Caleb Dyer in 2nd. It's Ledbetter now up into 3rd. So, Ledbetter, Dyer's been there all night, but Ledbetter now in the top 3. He's obviously a threat to win each and every time. And it seems to me he likes the supers a little bit more.
He's, he's really come forward here tonight, Dean. What's unusual about this is we've seen him in the past kind of be, a possum, right? And tonight, none of that. He's coming to the front.
Yeah, I think he's tired of playing possum and getting caught up in wrecks and never making it to the front. And he said, you know what? I know this feeling well. I'm going to the front. Enough of this playing around. So up front, still Dylan Connor, and he's still walking it out. I mean, the 92 has been very, very good early. And so has Dyer. I'm always scared to focus on Dyer too much because he blinks here and there. But the 17's been no slouch, Baron.
No, never has been, never will be either. That's a quality driver right there. And he's got another one knocking on his back door right now, Dean. Is Ledbetter's really giving him a mirror full. Oh, gave him a little touch there.
Oh, and here comes Miller.
Yeah, Miller tries to capitalize on that. And Brian Cole now stuck on the outside. And we got one.
Well, caution come out at the right time for Miller as he got by Bo Ledbetter. But Colin J at the back here under trouble. He's got to get going.
Uh-oh, he might have just gone a lap down.
He might be able to still go. I'm not sure. Doesn't look like it, folks. Could be a lap down for Colin J. So Colin coming into the corner here. He's got Adam Cole behind him. In front of him. Oh, he gets into him, and that starts a chain reaction. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's domino effect there. Short track racing. That's all it is. It doesn't look like he's got any damage on that machine, so he might be all right.
So pit board open. You got, who is this? Richard Allen is in right now. On lap 17, you had Purnell and Woods. You had Ebley come in, and Kennedy came in already. So interesting decisions here. I don't expect to see Richard Allen back on pit road tonight. But
looks like he took left sides there only.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong, but now why would he take lefts only, Baron? Why wouldn't he take four? Is he scared of going a lap down?
Some guys think taking lefts help the car rotate, right? You put fresh rubber on the inside, it's got a little more grip, and it helps that car through the center of the turn rotate a little better. So I don't normally go with the left side tires. To me, it makes the car feel a little awkward and wonky, but some guys love it, and Richard Allen seems to be one of them.
All right. Let's see if we can't start this one on board with someone. Let's do a restart on board of Mr. Walker Cole here. And just see what he has to deal with. This will show you, Baron. Super lates, boy, the distance between full throttle to full brake is about a half a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's a quick track, very small straightaway. It's all turns. So, yeah, the getting the power down is important, but getting it to turn is more important. On board with Colin, Austin Purnell, Walker Cole.
We await the green flag. We are still under caution conditions here. We'll come back to it here. Right in front of them, Bo Ledbetter. These guys won't be happy to be on the high side here. So it'll be interesting, Barrett. Will they be looking to get down, or will they get hung out to dry here?
My guess is there goes the pace car, so.
Green flag, green flag.
You see a slow start from Walker. He is in trouble.
Yeah, it sounded like his tires were blowing off a little bit. He was feathering that gas, trying to get that car to go.
He does find a home, though, so he only slides to 7th. He's still up 6 spots. Bo Ledbetter hung out on the high side. He'll have to wait for Brian Cole to come around. Out at the front, it was Connor getting away quickly. Miller filing into 2nd, and Brian Cole just about ran over Dyer there on entry.
Yeah, so a little bit of... But this track is really tight, Dean, so you're going to see that most of the evening, guys being real careful around each other.
Rocking that beautiful paint job, Baron. What is that? Wind tunnel TV? My goodness.
Dang Skippy it is, son. We're out there repping right now. And if you like Wind Tunnel TV and you're watching this broadcast, smash that like button for us. Hit a little love and tell your friends all about it.
A little shout out from Ryman Castle watching. We are doing just great up here, and he's wishing Brian Cole good luck tonight. Good to see you, Ryman. Wish you were out on the track.
Yeah, Ryman, a spectator recently when we get him on the track. Good to see you, Ryan. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you, buddy.
So let's hop on board here with Miller. We like to see the way he rides these short tracks here, Baron. He's quite adept at it.
Yeah, I really like what Austin Miller does, short term and long term, when it comes to running with these cars. He's really careful with it, but boy, does he make that center rotate.
Well, it's not as low as I expected here. Oh, well, wait a minute. Now he cuts down onto the apron, and he gets the wall for his efforts.
Gets a bit of the wall, but he's got the lefts on the apron, rights on the track. He's helping that car rotate, comes out a little counter steer. Yeah, doing Austin Miller things right now.
Definitely see Bo Ledbetter down there as well. And now what will this do to your tires, Baron? Is this better for the tires or worse for the tires?
Well, you know, in this case, it's such a short track, and the speeds are so slow. Tire wear is really not a huge deal here. The fall off won't be that great, but the feel will be. It'll feel like they're, you know, turning a dump truck after a while, but the speeds won't be too awful slow compared to the start.
Dyer in third, Cole fourth, Ledbetter, Scott Olson in the 77 sitting here in sixth position. Been pretty quiet so far, Baron, but slowly moved up 2 spots, taking it easy. I like quiet and moving forward.
Well, and he's one of the ones, you saw him on the previous lap. He's got all 4 tires down below the apron there. He's got like 3.5, right? So Olson's finding something at the apron there that maybe these other guys are looking for.
It looks like he's got the patience that may be needed here tonight. Right now, it looks like Brian Cole might be running out of patience. He's working on Caleb Dyer. He's working him over pretty hard. He just had to back out a little bit.
Yeah, and he's getting a little pressure from Ledbetter too. So he's probably hit the go button here because Ledbetter's threatening to take that spot.
Yeah, there's a whole train here. Not sure who's faster. They all look pretty even to me right now. Fastest on the track that time by your leader, Dylan Connor, and 9th place, Austin Purnell. So these two are really coming around. I mean, Purnell's in a bit of a jam back in 9th. He's way back here, Baron. Lots of track between him and Zach Woods, who's up in 8th.
So 53 laps down at a 150. Guys are already in the pits and out. Service has already been done. Dean, what's these cars going to be like at lap, 140?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, and that's why I said, I was looking at Olson. Slow, steady, quiet. I like it for that reason, right? If we're not going to pit tonight, we're going to need something in a little while here. I mean, we're still about 20 laps away from having the car be more effective than other cars, was from tire wear. But look for the 77 to come forward. There are others, of course. I just like what I'm seeing out of them right now.
And don't look now. Ledbetter has gotten by Brian Cole in the 15th, so give Ledbetter the 4th position. And Brian Cole was able to get back down quickly enough to get in front of Scott Olson as we were talking about him.
Yeah, it's very smart there to get in, find a home. You don't want to get freight trained. See Miller now almost mirroring our leader with his lap time. So this bodes well for Miller because he's usually a late comer, Baron. He takes more than a minute to come.
This is a rhythm track, and it seems as though Austin Miller has found his rhythm. He did it last week when he was side by side with Dylan Connor for lap after lap, an amazing finish. And tonight, he's in a bit of a rhythm again, Dean.
He absolutely is. So Dylan Connor out here, and let's take a look at him and give him some due. Sitting out here at front, you don't get a lot of coverage, but you're the man of the hour. So Dylan Connor rotating here, getting on that low side. I like it. Not a whole lot going on with the wheel. A little counter steer there.
Yeah, again, more rhythm here, Dean. You know, you can tell he's got his braking points, he's got his steering inputs exactly where they are lap after lap, and he's got his tire C's using that apron as well. So some of the fast guys getting those left down there below the yellow line.
Just watching that wheel, he might be turning that thing left a little bit much. We'll see here. We're looking on Miller. It's pretty much the same thing. It could be just a track, Baron.
Yeah, this track is a very flat, racy track. Guys will be down there below the apron. Guys will be putting a lot of tire in it, Dean. You know, it's going to be interesting because they pit so early, a lot of these guys. I'm really curious to see what happens later in this race when we get towards the end.
Showing Olsen something happened, but that's just the apron, I think. I think he got so low on the apron that it thought it was pitting there for a minute.
Oh yeah, so if you know, so our viewers at home can't see this, but Dean and I are watching a screen where we can keep track of all the
See, Baron, you're trying to give out secrets, so the system muted your mic somehow, or cut you off there mid-sentence. It will not allow you to divulge my secrets.
Well, as I was trying to explain, can you hear me now?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So some of these guys will get so low on the apron that iRacing will trigger a pit entry for us. So as we're watching the board, interestingly enough, you'll see guys just clip that apron enough that iRacing will tell us that a driver's pitting when in fact he's just so low on the track that the system doesn't know what to do with the race.
So interesting here. We've seen Zach M. Woods. Now, Woods got shuffled back. He looked like maybe he didn't have a handle on it, but in fact, he was just stuck on the outside, Baron. Nothing you can do up there.
No, and a nice recovery by Zach is he's only right now for that spot there in sixth place.
Taking a bit of a different line there. I like it. The 61 trying this, trying that, trying to get up here and maybe make some passes. Olsen looking racy, starting to come up on Brian Cole. So, and up in front of him, Bo Ledbetter there got loose, trying to get in there a little harder underneath of Caleb Dyer, couldn't get it done. So the car will do that, Baron, won't it? On entry in particular, as here comes Olsen underneath of Brian Cole.
Yeah, big push by Brian Cole. He's on the outside now. He's going to lose 2 more spots, Dean.
Yeah, at minimum. Here comes Walker thinking, I'll get in there if you'll let me.
And so Walker looking to keep his old man on the outside looking in also.
Yeah, he let him in there. That could be a case of the old iPhone he still wants, still looking for.
Needs his allowance.
That's right. So there's the distance, still pretty good. Speeds are still the same. Lap times almost identical at this point, and they're still the 2 fastest cars. Dylan Connor, Austin Miller, Bo Ledbetter now underneath the Dyer. So Ledbetter finally gets it done. He didn't get loose that time and completes that pass. Nice all-white scheme there. I don't know why. I mean, there's no paint on it, Baron, and I still love it.
It's a good-looking car, Dean. Very simple, very clean, and very fast. Move him into third.
I like it. I like fast cars, Baron.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And fast women, we all have our crutches.
I prefer to call it a vice.
Well, that's more apropos.
Yeah. So Scott Olsen in 5th place now as Brian Cole continues to drop back a little bit. Brian unusually dropping back here mid-race, and maybe he's just saving his stuff up for a late push.
It could be. I don't think so, though, Bear. Not agreeing with him here. The flat track, you see those brake routers are starting to heat up on that machine. And It's very interesting to see Cole go backwards here as we just crossed halfway. You don't see that very often.
No, not too often, but he may be, like I said, he may be just being a little patient. It's only halfway, and he may be willing to just race it out, see where he is at the end.
Love seeing those brake rotors heat up. Now, I don't remember who it was, but in the NASCAR race, I seen someone, they pulled off his tires. Big old fire going on in there in the brakes. They just threw on a new set of tires and let that fire keep raging and send them back out there.
Yeah, so what you're seeing there a lot of times is rubber from the racetrack builds up on the inside of these wheel wells on these cars, and so you will get those rotors so hot that it'll actually cause a small fire to start with this, what we call them the marbles, right? The marbles will catch fire, so it's not the actual tire that's burning, it's actually those marbles that are burning in there, so they'll just throw a tire on it and let it roll.
Right with Scott Olson here. You see right behind him is Zach Woods.
Check out that logo.
Good looking logo, no doubt about it. Olson working on Caleb Dyer right now. So Dyer, he gets off to a fast start, which he usually does. Now becomes under heat from Olson as he begins to fade. You see Ledbetter up ahead. Just got by Dyer, 10 or 15 laps ago, and he's walked away.
Yeah, but Ledbetter's putting on a show tonight as he's really showing some speed out here, D.
Yeah, he was about a tenth faster than our leaders that time around. So our leaders slowing down a touch. Ledbetter on the move. Let's look in on him. And he is way down on that track now. I love it. I mean, they seem to be taking this as two separate corners. We talk about that a lot, Baron. They are not the same. One, they're getting down on the apron. The other, they are not.
Yeah, so some of these guys really got a nice rhythm. It reminds me a little bit of Bristol. Some guys like to run Bristol in a hybrid fashion, where they'll be on the bottom at 1 and 2 and up at the top at 3 and 4. Everybody thinks Bristol's an even track. Well, this one's no more even than Bristol is.
I got a feeling that people who get out here and do these tracks, they get a little sippity sip going on there, Baron.
Shoot. Give me an excuse to go to a racetrack and drink beer. You've got me dialed in.
I mean, that explains a lot, Baron. Some of these corners that I've seen, they're not even symmetrical. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, there you go, using a big school word, Dean. And, we just talked about it, right? These are two different corners, and the drivers are taking two different looks at these corners, making sure that, the fastest corner wins here. Ledbetter's found some speed here, and Miller has just kind of found a pocket. So,
Don't look now, but Olson's on the move. He's bringing Woods with him. So these two drivers just got by Dyer. So much like Ledbetter, they're both on the move. Connor's in. Dylan Connor pits, green flag conditions. Disaster, as far as I know, for Dylan Connor. Wow. I mean, if it goes green, this will pay off. If it doesn't, his night's over.
Caleb Dyer in with him. Here comes Austin Miller. No.
Dyer in as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Very interesting. Can anybody make it? I mean, Allen pitted on lap 32. Can he stretch it out? Wow, is this ever interesting.
So a lot of guys that pit early, have they pitted on lap 18, Dean.
Well, this is just amazing stuff. I was not expecting that. 150 laps. I guess they felt they couldn't make it. I mean, it can't be about tires. You're not going to make up 2 laps or a lap and a half, whatever they lose on pit road. My goodness. But watch out for Ledbetter. Ledbetter is hunting Miller for the lead. Miller, our new race leader, is doing a great job, but Ledbetter on another level right now.
Yeah, Austin Miller, great race car driver. He sees that 878 getting closer and closer.
He does. We look back to Bo Ledbetter, and you just see him close in there. Good rotation from that machine. It's scary look, isn't it, Baron?
I love it. I love this look, Dean. It just tells you how he's getting in, how he's getting out, and that compares to that other drivers. We see Bo Ledbetter getting closer and closer to that rear bumper.
That Mustang coming up here. That logo is getting too close. Wow.
Big run
It looks
to the
like
outside.
Miller's coming in. Okay, I was wondering how he's going to stay that low that long. So Austin Miller in now. And my goodness, things are shaking up. Bo Ledbetter, your new race leader. Now let's look. Has Ledbetter come in? He has not. So Ledbetter has to get onto pit road to cover these guys off. But if he gets a yellow flag, my goodness, this race would be his. I mean, well, there'd be others as well that would benefit. There's second place now. That's going to be Zach Woods. So it looks like Olsen has lost 2 spots here. Not sure what happened with Olsen. Let's see if we can get a look at it here somewhere.
Just looks like he's stuck out there on the high side, dude.
Yeah, not sure how Olsen lost a couple of spots, but he did, and we race on. Ledbetter out front. Here's Dylan Connor. Now, he's got 2 fresh tires, not 4, but you can see how effective the 2 are as he comes right up on Ledbetter, and he'll come around him. So, all right, Dylan Connor, perhaps back on the lead lap here. I think he is. This could be big for the 92. We're on lap 103 of 150.
Well, now he's got 47 laps to catch this leader. See if he can pull it off.
And how about Purnell? Now, if you look closely there on the right side of that car, Baron, you're going to see Lovely Lady Lingerie. And I mean, that's a car worth rooting for right there.
And is he just a fan or is that a sponsor?
Well, I got to hope it's a sponsor, and I got to
Yeah.
hope that he knows some of the models.
Right. Now, you could be a fan of Lovely Lady Lingerie or you get sponsored by him. Both are good.
Let's see if we can get a little close up. As you can see there, the Lovely Lady at the top. Looks kind of strip club-ish there, Baron.
Nothing wrong with that. Support your local girls.
Yeah, everybody needs to make a living.
I agree. And I support their livings.
Bo Ledbetter out front. Here comes Miller. Wow, the closing speed, too much to handle. He gets into the rear end a little bit. A little pat on the rear, Baron.
Well, look, fresh tires, he's got to take advantage of them now. Dean, this race has slipped out of his hands. He's the last car in the lead lap, but he's got a lot of work to do here if he's going to catch this guy.
Well, right, and I mean, even Dylan Connor, who Miller is racing, you see Dylan there, and we'll look back to Miller, and he's just into the corner as Connor comes out of the corner. So that's a perhaps race after guys pit. If they do pit, 40 to go. Bo Ledbetter, your race leader. Zach Woods in second. Purnell in third. Jaden Russell up here in fourth position right now. Hasn't got a lot of air time, Baron. How about the 11 here tonight?
Yeah, and I love Jaden's old paint scheme. He used to have the Firebird on the hood, and that was a good-looking car. And tonight he's changed it up a little bit. It's still a good-looking car, but Jaden having a solid night here in the top 5.
Yeah, good-looking car. Doing a real nice job here. Brian Cole back in 5th position. So the 15, we'll see how it all shakes out for him. Not sure if he hit pit road. Let's take a look and check. He has not. So Brian without a pit here tonight. And there goes the 83 of Adam Cole around him. He obviously got a little fresher tires going on there.
Walker
Scott
Cole on
Olsen
pit road.
also making his way around. Walker hits pit road like you said there. He's coming off of pit road already. Okay. So things getting mixed up. I'm getting confused, but we're on 36 to go here. Ledbetter, your race leader. There's Purnell and Woods. as they work on Dyer, who's a lap down right now. Or on the tail end. Oh,
Last car. Yeah.
something flashed there. I think that was Dyer again.
Yep. So
Jaden
don't look now.
Russell comes in.
That 92's up to 4th place, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan Connor's flying around the track, so can he come all the way around with fresher rubber? Currently 7 seconds back. I mean, wow, tires are playing big, Baron.
Yeah, they are. Well, the last set of tires Bo Ledbetter had was what, the beginning of the race? So, yeah.
I mean, this is crazy, though. He unlapped himself. He's going to come all the way around and get him a second time. Dylan Connor knowing a little something here tonight at Langley. I was not prepared for a green flag stop beating a no stop.
Well, we don't know if it's happened yet, but
I mean, he's made up a second while we've been talking about it.
yeah, Ledbetter really needs to consider what his strategy is now, because that 92 looks to be there at the end here, Dean, with 30 to go.
This is absolutely nutty. You look ahead, there's Purnell in third, and a gaggle of cars here with Woods among them, and then Ledbetter, our leader, is up there. So a lot of work for Dylan Connor, but he is making up in the neighborhood of 4 or 5 tenths a lap, probably more than that, Baron, on a short track.
He's on the come, Dean.
Absolutely. Dyer stuck behind him now. Dyer looks underneath, and this is the other problem for Ledbetter. He can't run his preferred line because people keep coming up here and stealing it. So Dylan Connor now only 4 seconds back. He is closing in on Austin Purnell for third. I mean, wow. 27 more laps. Can he get it done? Brian Cole hits pit road. Probably too little too late, but he was hoping for a caution, didn't get one. So there's Woods and Purnell. Dylan Connor right behind them, joining this party.
Unbelievable, as he is really on the move here, Dean. Dylan Connor, a man on a mission.
Let's hop on board here and see what he can get done here. He's going to have to get him on exit, I think. It's going to be awfully tough. I mean, the tires are weird. Oh, and both of them in front of him hit the wall. Both cars take to the wall right in front of them. Now they're wrecking. Purnell's around. They check up, but green flag continues. Connor gets through both. Now he's hit. There goes Woods going by. Miller trying to get into it. Action everywhere. More contact. Woods is around.
Yellow flag is out.
Holy shenanigans, Batman.
Dean, hold my beer.
Wow. Just wow. There was a lot going on there, Baron.
A whole lot going on. And that's some great racing, man. That was fun.
Let's back this up a little bit here.
This all begins when they both get in the wall, Dean.
So let's get here. You see Connor coming. Purnell hits the wall. So does Woods. Here comes Connor. He gets underneath there. And then, wow, Woods gets into Purnell. No caution. Good gathering up of the car. Connor shoots the gap, runs high. Woods sneaks underneath them. Miller tries to take advantage, gets into Woods, and then in the corner they just had a little contact. Woods didn't really hold the bottom, I don't think. Hard to say, but a lot going on. A lot for these drivers to process in the blink of an eye.
And here's what we did. We put Dylan Connor to the lead along with Austin Miller.
This is insanity. So Purnell comes off of pit road. Allen Woods comes off of pit road. Ledbetter had pitted, so I'm confused, Baron. Let me bring up the pit board here. So Ledbetter pit under caution right now, comes out in 5th. Olsen in front of him pitted on lap 105. Dyer on 105. You got Miller, who's leading on 97, and Dylan Connor, who is absolutely flying and led early, pitted early. He's back to the front.
I feel like we've seen this scene before, haven't we, with 20 to go?
We probably have, but I mean, it doesn't mean that we know how it's going to work out, Baron.
Well, last week it worked out with Austin Miller getting the win, and these guys being side by side for 10 laps.
Well, that's absolutely true, but I mean, the way what we've seen out of tires, these fresher tires of, well, Olsen on 105, he's 25 laps fresher. You got Ledbetter, who's, 38 fresher than Connor. Wow, I don't know, but action is about to happen, folks. And Damon Hunter out there rooting on Zach Woods. He gave it a whale of a go, Damon.
Hell of a race car driver. If you're behind Zach Woods, you are smart in your love for good racing.
Yeah, Woods put on a great show there, and I mean, he was trying, and like I said, a lot to process in the course of 2 laps there to keep everything together. Great job by Connor. Miller spins him on the high side. That brings Dyer and Ledbetter underneath them. Dyer now might jam up Ledbetter here a little bit. Can't get off. They're going to go 3 wide down into the corner. Oh, wow. Contact. Miller goes high. And here comes Ledbetter.
And Ledbetter's got the fresher tires now, Dean, so we have flipped the script here. We got another one around here, Dean.
And it's it's Dyer. It's a bunch of people.
The rest of them. Oh,
It's all of them, Baron.
they're not done hitting each other, Dean.
All right.
Calamity, Larry.
All right, here we go. Richard Allen in the 82 behind Dyer. He gets into Dyer, turns him. Purnell gets into Allen. Olsen gets into Purnell, and everybody jacks up everybody. Olsen roughs up Purnell after there. That would look like, after round 12, I'm going to still hit you.
And you know who snuck by all that? 42. The 42.
Come right through Austin Miller. So on pit road, it's Olsen and Purnell. And you're right, Miller slides into third here.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Old Calamity Jane strikes again. All right, I caught my breath here, Baron. It's a little stressful there. I'm not even in the car. Who you got, Baron? You got your brackets going on. Who's your winner here tonight?
Well, we got a couple of number 1 seeds up here, and then we've got maybe a 3rd seed and a 5th seed. I got to be honest with you. I think this is the 78th race to lose, Dean.
He just called one of you as a 5th seed. He's not going to tell you who, but at least he didn't call anybody a 16 seed, Baron.
No, we don't have 16 seeds out here, Dean. There's only 15 cars.
All right, Dylan Connor trying to get it done. He's been great here tonight, the 92. He has lost so many races in the latest portions of the race. This caution has to be making him sick as he sees Ledbetter. The only bright side is Ledbetter's on the high side. He may want to slow down his restart and see if he can't trap him up there, Baron.
Well, Connor's had some great restarts. Let's see if he can do it again.
Connor racing machine. Bo Ledbetter out there stalking him. Miller and Dyer in row 2. And guess who? The Krispy Kreme machine of Walker Cole appears here in the 3rd row. And Zach M. Woods trying to make it back from that little wreck.
Lights off on the pace car. He's going to peel off. Let's get this going for 12 laps, Dean.
Let's go. Connor held a little bit that time, and he got a great jump, but here comes Ledbetter. He filed right in. This is not what Connor wanted to see. Ledbetter trying to keep it down low, get position. It's not open, but he makes it open. Straight through he comes. Here comes Miller looking to get under there. Connor again gonna lose this race late. Wow, he's got to be sick right now. Caution
guys
back
spinning
on
back
the
there
track.
again. Yep.
Oh,
My goodness. Scott Olson
He is inside of Scott right now. That can't
Told
feel
up.
good.
tore up. There's no hood on that car. It tore up that man's race car.
Here we go. Looking at Olson all alone here. Dyer on the high side had a big check, and then I don't know, little racing contact there, and that collects Purnell, who's not happy as he sodomizes the 77. He knocked his bumper clear off.
Souvenirs for the crowd in attendance tonight, Dean. Bumpers go a long way. They'll take them home.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have a friend who's got a front end mounted on his living room. So.
Yes, sir.
If Brian Cole gets a lucky dog, I'll bet you I can count on one finger how many times I've said that.
I'm going to go with 1.
That's a good call, man.
I'm not just a pretty face, Dean.
Well, you keep thinking that. You are pretty, though.
I prefer handsome.
Well, it depends on whether we're in jail or not, right?
Then it's heterosexual.
Always the witty comebacks from Mr. Bear and Labosco. Hard to trap him down, folks. Even in jail.
Slippery.
He's slippery. Bo Ledbetter now out front. He is going to be tough to beat, Baron. Did you have him in your brackets?
Well, I did, Dean. You know, this is it's a quality race car driver here, Dean. So if you're picking your teams, you want to make sure Bo's on that bracket in the final 4. And tonight, he looked like he's on his way to the championship 4 for sure.
Baron, were you in that movie, Slippery When Wet?
It's a rock album by one John Bon Jovi and company there. A lot of great hits on that album, yeah. So
You're good with your history, man.
I've been alive
it's a
long
movie,
enough.
but that's a wholly different genre, I think. A little off Hollywood production.
It would have to be. It sounds very, you know, Pornhub.
Well, I didn't say that, but you know. Here we go, folks. Ledbetter and Miller as the booth gets out of control a little bit. Connor and Cole in row number 2. It's Dyer and Woods in 3. Allen and Brian Cole in row 4. That's your lead lap cars. And from what we've seen, this thing ain't over yet. 5 to go.
Boy, it's going to be a great shootout here, Dean.
Green flag, green
Great
flag.
shootout. Walker spins him on the high side a little further back, but gathers him up. And now all 3 of these fighting for second come eerily close together. Here comes Woods way down low underneath the Miller. Miller trying to hook the high side. All along, Ledbetter walking away a little bit. Miller really rotating.
Miller almost clears himself there. He got himself clear this time on a high side pass.
Yeah, that was an amazing job by Miller. He wants to do something. Laps are running out. Bo Ledbetter with a big lead outside of a caution. It's his race to win. Battle for second. Dylan Connor trying to hold off Miller. Miller holding off Woods.
Ledbetter just ran his fastest lap of the race, too. He knows it's time to get paid.
He knows when he's going. Oh, Woods way up the track. And he's trying to hold off a late coming Richard Allen. Dylan Connor fighting, but it's Bo Ledbetter down through 4. He's going to become the winner here. Connor in second, Miller third. Woods holds off Richard Allen by a nose for 4th. Allen 5th. Walker Cole, Brian Cole, Caleb Dyer on the lead lap. It's Bo Ledbetter back to victory lane.
Man, it's about time, too, isn't it, Dean?
Been a long time coming here. I mean, Ledbetter once strung along about 5 or 6 races in a row. and he certainly can do that at any time. He got a little bit of a break tonight, and he was not going to let it pass by. He earned it with some late race passing there. Ledbetter in victory lane. Thrilling event at the end there, Baron. Those guys fought hard for this one.
They sure did, and this track is flat, but it is fun, and boy, we had a good event tonight, Dean. That was a good time.
All right, let's take a short commercial break, and we'll get race interviews when we return. Seen there the addition of the F-150 truck. You know, those trucks, they make look fast in those commercials, Baron. Got to tell you, I think they could use about 200 more horsepower in them.
Oh, well, I'm a big fan of anything that goes real fast, Dean. The more horsepower you add, the better I feel about it. So you got my vote.
Yeah, you give it a little Tim Allen shout out there. More power.
Absolutely.
So we take a look in our room here, and we'll bring in right now third place finisher, the 42 of Austin Miller. Austin, a thrilling finish. Maybe not quite what you wanted, but it had to be a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, it was a tough one out there. Very strategic, and then we had green flag stops, and it went to, let's just say, hell from there.
Well, talk a little bit about hell, Austin. I mean, you love these kind of flat tracks like this. I mean, I assume, because you can rotate the bottom so well, and it looked like you were in a rhythm early in this race.
Yeah, it's all throttle control with these flat tracks. You want to get it to rotate in the middle of the corner, so it was fun. Dylan, honestly, I mean, I was running for second there. He was just, he was beating me everywhere, so then the strategy got played out there with the yellow, and Bo got it there at the end. He did a great job as well, so it was hard.
Yeah, you had to be thinking you were racing for the win prior to that late caution, Austin.
Yeah, I was catching Dylan a little bit. I think I got it down to like 2 seconds, maybe a little bit under that. But, I mean, it was all right front conservation. The setup was a little tight, and there was I was trying to drive around it, trying to back up entry, but you have to drive so hard into one to make any lap time where it was difficult.
Well, the good news, Austin, is in the points, at least for the super lates, Brian with a bit of an off night, Walker a bit of an off night. You might be the points leader right now.
Yeah, that's good to hear. I mean, the super late title is kind of the one I want, just because I think I said it last week. This is kind of how the league started with the supers, so really gunning for that. So that's good to hear.
Yes, sir. Tradition, the super lates, Austin Miller. I mean, they're all traditional things, Austin, and you were rocking out there that, like you said, you know, fate or strategy or luck kind of took some of it out of your hands, and, you know, Connor was good, Ledbetter was good, so third place in the points lead. Awesome night, congratulations, and we'll give you the floor, brother. Anybody you want to shout out?
Yeah, just my older brother, my mom and dad. You guys for broadcasting, you guys do a great job. We appreciate it weekly. You guys are super entertaining.
Well, we try. We got to keep it to racing. We got to rein ourselves in a little bit, Austin.
I mean, it's fun when Baron goes off on a tangent. Nah, but yeah, just shout out to everyone in the league. It was, again, a fairly clean race. I mean, for how tight this track is and like a lot of like off throttle time, it was fairly clean. I didn't see much that happened in the back, but just shout out to everyone in the league as well, and thank you guys.
You know, true statement from a fast race car driver, Baron. Didn't see much from the back.
No, but Austin Miller has made himself known as a contender here in this championship for these super lates, and he's going to be a handful moving forward, Dean. But and look, if he's going to get there, he's got to go through my driver here. I'm with second place Dylan Connor in the 92 machine. Dylan, week in and week out, you're running hard with Austin Miller tonight. You get the better of him. How was your race?
Man, that one sucks real bad. That was by far one of the baddest pieces I've had all year, but it's just the way the race fell out. I mean, if it would have stayed green right there, we come down and pitted under green before everybody else did. I mean, it was going to work out great. And then that caution right there, I mean, you got guys coming out on 50 like fresher tires. It wasn't much I could do. And Bo
we were calling it
so much faster getting in. I seen him in my mirror. I don't think we touched, but like I said, if I'd have come down, it would have just wrecked both of us. And he was just on so much fresher tires.
Yeah, we were calling it late, Dylan. You were coming fast, and we were saying, like, my goodness, with 40 laps to go, he's going to get there. And then you got snake-bit by a caution. Was it strategy to come in that late? Did you know you were going to do that, or you just missed the pit window and everybody else did at 18?
No, I mean, we were kind of just waiting to see how the cautions fell, and then we went on that very long green run, and, as tight as they got there, and I was like, well, I mean, it's getting close on fuel. Everybody's going to have to come pit soon. I was like, well, might as well just come down before everybody else does. And like I said, I was confident it was going to work out, and it still was bad fast after that. It just the way it fell.
So, Dylan, we saw a lot of guys with the left side tires on the apron. Was that helping you turn the car through the center?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I mean, you couldn't go, once you got 10, 15 laps on your tires, even with 4 fresh ones, it just got so tight. You had to de-wedge your car that way. So, yeah, it was by far the line you had to run.
So tonight, second place again, unfortunately for you, bud, but you had a hell of a race. It puts you solidly in points contention tonight. Who you got to thank for your efforts?
Just everybody, of course, y'all in the booth. I'm doing this every Wednesday. Brian and Adam and all the admins that put it on every Wednesday. All my friends and family for watching, and Premier Race Parts.
Well, Dean, this is Dylan Connor in second place again tonight, but 2 back-to-back finishes in second. That's going to get him in the championship hunt for sure.
Yeah, he's in the hunt. There's no doubt about that. And he's out there looking to win each and every night. But right now, we bring in the 78, Mr. Bo Ledbetter, back in the super lates, back in victory lane. Congratulations, Bo.
I appreciate it, man. I ain't talked to y'all in a while.
That's it. We haven't heard you for a while, and it's been a little odd. A little snake bit with some strategy, perhaps. Bad luck. You need some good luck. You got some tonight, finally, Bo.
Yeah, I'd rather be lucky than good any day. Now, I only had 0.4 left to go. I was going to run out. I had 0.4 gallons left, so it fell perfect.
Wow, that's unbelievable. We were wondering when you might have to come in. Obviously, you're going to run it dry, trying to get that caution. And perhaps, I don't know if you got banana peels in there and you were throwing them out the window or what was going on, but brought out caution on the track, Bo. Talk a little bit about the early part of the race. Actually, it looked like you had a good car. You were working your way up there, and it looked like late you were one of the fastest guys on the track.
Well, yeah, I didn't qualify because I know I can't qualify for nothing. I'm more of a racer. I'm good at saving tires and just managing my time, and that's what paid off, honestly, I think.
Oh, it absolutely did. I mean, there's no doubt. You managed it. You made it. If you went harder, you probably don't make a lap there. Talk a little bit about the end of the race there. I mean, it got a little nutty there. Some crazy stuff happened, but you managed to survive.
Yeah, when I took tires, I had, I think, 20 plus laps better tires than anybody in the top 5, so I actually knew there was a sitting duck. So I mean, as long as I could get it like around them and get a good jump, I was good.
I mean, I believe it was you part of that 3 wide. Tell me a little bit about that situation. Short track racing, 3 wide, scary stuff.
Well, when it's coming down to the end, you have to take your chances when you get them. So that's what I done it pretty clean, I think.
Oh, absolutely. I think everybody did it really clean. Very tough to do. Some great drivers all held their position very, very well. You got the best of it, Bo. We couldn't be more thrilled to see you back in victory lane. You know, we were going to call this series the Austin Cole series because it's a couple of Austins and a couple of Coles have won all the races. We put Bo in there now. I don't know what they're going to do, Bo.
Yeah, I had to break it up.
That's it. We'll call it the Bo series from now on until further notice.
Yeah.
Bo, congratulations, man. Great victory. Really good to see you get this one. We'll give you the floor, brother. Anybody you want to shout out?
I want to thank the greatest race car driver in the world, Richard Allen, Michael Harden, Aaron Harden, y'all putting it on, Brian Cole, just everybody. I mean, it's a fun league. I tell everybody to try to join it or watch it because it's probably the best league I've ever raced in.
That doesn't raise the bar real high, does it, with our broadcasting?
Nah, y'all do an awesome job.
All right, Baron. That's Bo Ledbetter back in victory lane.
Glad to have him back up there. You know, Bo's a talented race car driver, comedian part-time, and we love him. And great to see him get a victory here in the series. Tonight was a good race, Dean.
Yeah, great job out there. Some late race heroics and some heartbreak for others. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday at 9:20 p.m. It's the Furniture Mart Weekly Series. Next week, I believe we'll be back in the late model. Tomorrow night, it's the RGR Truck Series. Make sure you tune in for that. Should be a good one. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Bear and Labosco, that's going to wrap it up here from Langley Speedway. And we'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.